It's time now for Troup vs. Upson-Lee on WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at Eagle1023.com. Troup Tigers football is brought to you in part by Kia of LaGrange, Holmes Pharmacy, Mallory Insurance, Emory Southern Orthopedics, and West Georgia Health. Now live to Callaway Stadium with Jack Mormon calling your play-by-play and Greg Hicks as your color commentator.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jack Mormon. I'll be joined in a moment by Greg Hicks, and we are live here at Callaway Stadium in the friendly confines of our press box here. The teams are on the field starting to get their warm-ups going on, and it's time to get some football going on. The second preseason game for the Troup High School Tigers. They took on Spencer last week. We'll talk more about that in just a few minutes, but it's exciting to be back here at Callaway Stadium. The stadium looks great. Of course, the turf field that we have here always looks good out there. The guys are excited. Over 120 strong young men out there getting ready to play this season. So we'll be taking on Upson-Lee, the Trojans from Upson-Lee coming down here from Thomaston. That'll be an exciting game tonight in a scrimmage setup. Scrimmage setups typically are every starters are playing in the first half of play, and then a little bit of the third, and then we'll see a lot of the young players come in after that. A lot of changes going on with the Troup High School football team. A lot of folks that graduated. Of course, a new head coach, some new assistant coaches. Just a lot of exciting things going on that we're going to preview in this preview part of our show. But right now, we're going to let you take a listen to a few of our sponsors. When we come back, we'll give you some of that information right here on Eagle Sports.
We are home to a state-of-the-art MRI suite that offers the best imaging technology. We are at the forefront of women's health, providing digital mammography and the only breast MRI in the area. We offer a full array of cancer treatment options and are the region's only accredited weight loss surgery center. We are West Georgia Health. Visit WGHealth.org and discover how we're working together to bring you advanced technology.
So healthy together.
Hi friends, Jess Lichter here with Kia of LaGrange. Test drive a Kia Optima and receive a Georgia lottery ticket for your chance to hit the jackpot and win a 2015 Kia Optima for up to $1 million. The 15 Optima is setting a new standard of style and performance. Starts as low as $19,900 and comes backed by Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. Stop by and see us today or shop anytime online at KiaofLaGrange.com to help support your local economy.
Must be 18 years or older to play lottery games. Stock number 17662.
In sports, free agents are free to find a team that offers the best deal. That's why Grange only sells their coverages through independent insurance agents. They're free to find the best team to protect your auto, home, or business.
Mallory Agency considers Grange their go-to company for their combination of great value and outstanding claim service. Call Mallory Agency at 706-884-3339 or visit their website at www.malloryagency.com.
Products not available in all states.
The story you're about to hear is real. I was working out of my office at Holmes Pharmacy. My name is Friday. Then she walked in.
I've got to see Mr. Gooddeal.
You came to the right place, lady.
Do you work here?
At Holmes Pharmacy? Yeah, I'm Friday.
Today's just Wednesday.
Holmes Pharmacy has a great selection of over-the-counter medications and home health care needs, and those are just the facts. Holmes Pharmacy in LaGrange and Hamilton, home of Mr. Gooddeal.
That's why I'm here.
Now back to the field for more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at Eagle1023.com.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. Jack Mormon, Greg Hicks will join me in a few moments. Coleman Weiss been setting up things. Nikisha's up here. We got Britt back in the studio. Just all kinds of things happening here as we get ready for another great season of Troup High School football. Things are different. There's a new head man with the Troup High School Tigers. That man's name is Tanner Glisson. Tanner was the head coach over in Manchester the past 2 seasons and did well there. Some connections, of course, to Troup High School as Chip Metters, the principal of Troup High School, had been in Manchester before, so we kind of knew who that guy, and he was able to come and join us late May. Of course, very interesting as he came in after the window for spring practice was over, and so didn't get a chance to do a spring practice. That's why this season the Troup High School Tigers have had 2 fall scrimmages. Of course, last week against Spencer. I'll talk a little bit about that in just a moment. But this week, of course, taking on Upson-Lee, a team that is no stranger to Callaway Stadium. I can remember playing them back when I was in high school as well. Of course, it was mentioned he comes in from 2 seasons at Manchester as Coach Glisson. Of course, now Coach Kendall is still the staff. The former head coach is still there and working, of course, down with those linemen, the Hogs down in there. Some other new faces on the staff that we'll be talking about as the season goes on. They got a kind of a new way of doing things, as you will happen with any kind of transition and any kind of head coach coming in. A lot of excitement, a mission statement. If you have the chance to check out on Facebook, I know that Coach has been using some social media to get some of the message of the Troup High School Tigers. In fact, I'm going to try to pull that up in just a bit and let you hear some of Coach and just kind of his passion for the game. I'm really excited about getting to meet him, getting to know him, because I think that he has a real vision for where the Troup High School Tigers are going to go, about how they're going to be a winning program, not just on the field, but also a winning program to improve these young men's lives. And in fact, when I do pull up this clip, one of the things that he talks about is how their mission is not just to win games on the field, but is also to build these young men into the kind of people that we want to see for this community. In fact, last week, as we referenced the Spencer game, it was not what we wanted. 33-15 was the score. Of course, again, your starters are really just playing the first half and the first part of the third quarter. But Spencer jumped out to a big lead. They scored a touchdown their first possession. After forcing Troup to punt, added 2 more scores in quick succession right there, and really it wasn't until the Tigers were trailing 20-0 before they kind of get things going. Of course, you have to think there's a lot of seniors that left this Troup High School team last year. Think about the front line of Troup High: Mitch Mathis, Jason Hernandez, Tristan Thompson. They're all playing college football right now, so what a great strong line that they have. Will Smith, who had played quarterback for 3 years, had a nice solid backfield there with Will just doing a great job of keeping things going. Now we're looking to the junior Ken Truitt to step in. In fact, he had a 72-yard touchdown pass to Tremaine Tolbert last week. So that's a nice, exciting moment right there. Of course, now you've got Montez Crow. You see them rolling him in. He's a sophomore. Got a lot of potential there. But, the coach has already been quoted in the paper as saying that Ken Truitt really has the ability to possibly play at the college level at some point. A lot of times you hear people talk about a quarterback, you'll talk about them seeing the game slow down in front of them. It's just because of their reaction time is able to see the game unfold before them. And really that's a part of a good quarterback, to kind of be able to look downfield, see how things are going on, predict it, and be able to make the moves as they need to. So really excited to see what that young man is going to bring to things. Of course, we do have some guys coming back from the 2014 team, especially over on the defensive side. You got linebackers like Austin Carter, Eli Patrick, 2 big, hard-hitting young men. They'll both be back this year on defense. Hudson Newton is returning on that offensive line. We mentioned those other guys that have gone on to college and bigger things, but Hudson's still down there. He's going to be a strong guy for us. At the wide receiver position, we mentioned Tremaine Tolbert. He had a 75-yard catch last week. He's going to be somebody that's really going to help us out a lot. And plus, you got tight ends like Travis Johnson coming back. And to tell you what, to think about this, a running back, we got just a triple-headed look at the running backs. Dexter Shealy, tremendous. Mess Bonner, and also Cameron Russell. Mess just had a great time last year. Cameron as well kind of came in his own. And Dexter, I think he's just going to be icing on the cake in that backfield. So a lot of positives, a lot of great things that are going to come hopefully out of this Troup High School team. But they're doing things differently. One of the things that Coach Glisson's quoted as saying in the paper is that, if you're playing a team that has an established program, one that's been, 10 years plus, they've been doing the same thing, have a steady team, then they really ought to be winning some ball games against a team like Troup, because they're just getting things started. It's not that they don't have the talent to win. It's just sometimes it's about getting the right fit, getting the guys in the right place. If you've read the Good to Great books, a lot of times they talk about just getting not everybody just on the bus, but in the right seats on the bus, getting them in the right place. So that's what a lot of last week's game against Spencer and this week's game, of course, against Upson-Lee are going to be, is about finding those guys, the ones that are going to do the job and get them in the right place so they'll be ready to go as we proceed through this season. Let's take another quick break. We come back, lots more to break down as we get ready for the start of the 2015 season. But right now you're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football right here on Eagle Sports.
Getting you back into the game is Emory Southern Orthopedics' goal. The full-service orthopedic medical practice features board-certified surgeons, a prompt care center, surgical facility, and physical therapy services. The collaborative medical team at Emory Southern Orthopedics combines with leading-edge orthopedic treatment with proven traditional methods to aid you in achieving an active, pain-free lifestyle. Emory Southern Orthopedics, getting you back into your game.
The story you are about to hear is real. I was working at 157 out of Holmes Pharmacy. Prescription buyer in trouble. My name's Friday. My job, help him.
I put out a call for Mr. Good Deal.
I understand. You'll get the most for your money at Holmes Pharmacy, and those are just the facts.
I feel a good deal better.
See Mr. Good Deal at Holmes Pharmacy in LaGrange and Hamilton. They'll be there for you when you need them. Holmes Pharmacy, the home of Mr. Good Deal.
So, what if you're walking out of your car after work today and it's been mashed by a runaway garbage truck? We've got an agent for that. Having your own State Farm agent means having a real person there to help you when things go wrong. So when accidents happen, you've got someone you know who will be there when you need them. Matt Orr in LaGrange is that State Farm agent. He's got your back when things go wrong. So call him today at 706-882-0046. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to the field for more Troup Tiger football.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. Jack Borman and Greg Hicks down the field. He'll join me in just a few minutes. He's talking to his brother-in-law, saying hey to Coach Bubba Jeter down there on the sidelines. Got his grandson out there getting ready to show them how we do things here at Troup High School. Excited to see them down there. Of course, you may remember that Coach Jeter, after he retired, he went and did a little bit more coaching up at Northgate, and he's retired from there. So he's fully retired, but still very involved in a lot of things going on. In fact, he's, I think, selling with Mud Creek Graphics. So if you need some help with the T-shirts, make sure to go see him. But I mentioned that I had a clip from Coach Tanner Glisson. He's been using some social media, Facebook in particular, to kind of get some of his message out. And at this time, I'd like to share just one of his Facebook posts. Let's see if I can make my technology work here.
Hello, Troup County football fans. My name is Tanner Glisson. We're excited about kicking off the 2015 football season. Right now we have about 125 kids strong, and each kid's working hard each and every day to try to be the best that he can be and make our team better. Just to say a few things about this upcoming season, we're going to display a new offense, a new defense, have a new coaching staff in place too, and it has a lot of experience all the way from middle school level all the way to the college level. And we think the future is very bright here at Troup County, and we can't wait to see how this year plays out. So please, if you're in town, if you can make the trip up to Callaway Stadium, please come out and support your Tigers. And we'll see you on Friday nights. Please be loud and proud. Go Tigers.
So kind of neat that he's already using the social media that's so much a part of really everything around us. If you think about it, the kids post things all over the online, and it makes a natural sense to use that technology to get the kids excited about what's going on. I got one more clip here I'm going to try to pull up for us real quick, where he talks a little about the mission statement, not just the way that we're going to play, and having these kids and get them excited, but also kind of their feeling about exactly how things should go. Let me pull up this little clip, and we'll try and see if this works for us.
Listen, head football coach. Just want to talk to you for a few minutes about our mission statement and what we believe here at Troup Football. We have a very live mission statement with our football program, and we want to use the game of football to build character, to enhance academic performance, to win at the highest level possible, and to give each person in our program a better future. And we really believe that. We preach that. It's a live mission statement that we try to incorporate certain things each and every day to make that stay alive and be our main emphasis. And so we really stand behind those values and what we believe. When we talk about building character, we hold kids accountable in the classroom, on the field, off the field. When we talk about enhancing academic performance, we go a long ways to make sure we work with the faculty here at Troup High, that we communicate with teachers, and that we celebrate positive things that happen in the classroom. And the third thing, how we go about winning football games at the highest level, we come up with a plan. We think we have a good plan, and we hire good people to execute that plan. And then the final thing, number 4, is we try to give every person, from our managers to our coaches to our players all the way up, a better future. And what that means is we want them, because they are part of Troup Football, to have a better future and be a better person because they're involved in our program. So that's just a little shout out about our mission statement. And go Tigers.
All right, so Coach Tanner Glisson right there talking about what he's expecting of these young men. A really very lofty, very positive mission statement that we have. And, strong organizations, they have that. They have a mission statement, a vision statement. This is where we want to be. This is how we're going to get there. And it's nice to see he's already attacking the season with something like that. Going to take another break. We come back. We got lots more here live from Callaway Stadium as we get ready for our second scrimmage of the year against Upson-Lee right here on Eagle Sports.
Don't you buy no ugly shirt now. Mm-hmm.
That's right. To get a good-looking shirt just got a lot easier at Mud Creek Graphics because the creek has risen to downtown LaGrange across from Ideal Cleaners. Mud Creek Graphics' new location is perfect for you to come in and pick out your good-looking shirt and have whatever you want printed on it. So, go with the flow and come visit us at Mud Creek Graphics, 211 Greenville Street in LaGrange, right behind CVS. Don't forget to like us on Facebook at Mud Creek Graphics. Good food. Where do you find it? Because when you spend your hard-earned money, you want good food. So the place you'll find that good food is at Rogers Barbecue on New Franklin Road in LaGrange, where they only serve American-grown catfish, barbecue cooked to perfection, and with all the fixings to make it worth every penny. Rogers Barbecue is locally owned and run with care since 1945. Come eat with us Monday through Saturday from 11 to 9 or use our carry-out window. Rogers Barbecue, New Franklin Road, LaGrange.
We are named among the top 5% in the nation for patient safety by health grades in 2015. We are ranked in the top 10% in overall hospital care by CareChecks. We are a leading heart clinic with specialists in diagnostics and intervention that get to the heart of better care. We are West Georgia Health. Visit WGHealth.org and discover how we're working together to bring you the highest quality health care.
So healthy together.
In sports, free agents are free to find a team that offers the best deal. That's why Grange only sells their coverages through independent insurance agents. They're free to find the best team to protect your auto, home, or business.
Mallory Agency considers Grange their go-to company for their combination of great value and outstanding claim service. Call Mallory Agency at 706-884-3339 or visit their website at www.malloryagency.com.
Products not available in all states.
Hi friends, Just Like to here with Kia of LaGrange. Test drive a Kia Optima and receive a Georgia lottery ticket for your chance to hit the jackpot and win a 2015 Kia Optima for up to $1 million. The 15 Optima is setting a new standard of style and performance. The Optima LX starts as low as $19,900 and comes backed by Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. Stop by and see us today or shop anytime online at KiaofLaGrange.com to help support your local economy.
Must be 18 years or older to play lottery games. Stock number 17662.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at Eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troup Tiger football.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. Jack Warman, Greg Higgs will be joining me in just a few minutes. We're looking at about 6:50, about 10 more minutes until we get ready for our pregame. Of course, our preseason game. Of course, here at preseason, things start off a little bit earlier, especially on a Thursday night. The game will start at around 7 o'clock tonight as we're getting ready for things to go. Of course, it is a school night. Got to get these folks back home and in bed and ready to go, of course. It is going to, as I mentioned earlier, this game typically in a scrimmage, we'll see the starting rosters for both Upson-Lee and Troup stepping out on the field. They'll go hard at it with everything except for everything live except for the kicking game. Now, the kickers will kick the ball, but usually they'll make a fair catch. Last week in the Callaway game, they brought it back out to the 30, and they kind of took the ball from there, and there we went. So looking forward to that very much and seeing how these guys are going to fare on the field. Of course, we mentioned last week was not what we wanted, 33-15 in that ball game. Troup was a bit shorthanded. They did have some key players that weren't able to play because of suspension. But kind of goes back to what Coach was talking about a moment ago in some of his quotes, that it is very much about doing the right thing, about building some character of these young men, building them for the future so that they'll be able to have a very prosperous one as they move through this program. They should leave changed in a program like this, and the change hopefully will be a very positive one as they get ready to continue into this season. I mentioned Coach Tanner Glisson. This is his first year with us. Troup going 3-7 this year, so looking for big things this year. Of course, now it is a tough season. The Troup High School Tigers do not have a powder puff schedule at all. They start off, of course, Upson-Lee tonight, and then next week it's LaGrange, the crosstown rival. Coach Diallo Burks and his team got a pretty high-powered offense that they're building there. So looking forward to that being a real big game for us and a great test to start off the season. From there we go over to Northgate to begin that relationship with Coach Jeter was there. That'll be a pretty good game. Harris County's played tremendously over the past several seasons. They've been a tough out for sure. That'll be an away game at Harris County. We'll be home at both LaGrange and Northgate. From there we traveled. Actually, Carver of Columbus comes down. Carver, they seem to reload and be able to put another great team on the field. and then Callaway will be taking them. And then we jump into our region schedule. And, folks, I called it last year the SEC of high school football because we start off with Woodward Academy. They just have a tremendous team. There's Sandy Creek, Carrollton, Fayette County, and Whitewater. Last year, if we looked at the top 10 in our region, 4 of those teams were in the top 10. In fact, they were in the top 6. So, Troup was on the outside looking in as they started last season. That preseason, that tough schedule that leading into that is so important. It gets us ready for those later games so that we'll be able to stand up against that kind of intensity. I look down, last year we were 3-7, but really locally we were the local champs. As Troup High School last year defeated both Callaway and LaGrange, so hoping to continue those winning ways as we go into the season. Well, Greg Hicks will join us in just a moment. He's on his way up here. Well, thanks again to our sponsors. They continue to make sure that we're on the air. When you hear them, when you hear us talking about them, please make sure to go out and let them know how much you appreciate them sponsoring Troup High School Tiger football. Of course, don't forget also that we'll be broadcasting things on the web. Go to the Eagle 1023 website and find out the information about how you can stream our shows. You'll be able to watch pay one fee, be able to watch all season long, both Troup and Callaway. That'll be very exciting. A lot of folks texted us last year that they would download that. They'd hook it up and shoot it up on their big screen TV in their homes, be able to watch these games, especially some of the away games, live at home, listening to me and Greg or me and Tony or the three of us together. So it is exciting what technology can do for you. I remember 2 years ago I had a friend of mine in Barcelona, Spain, that was sitting there listening to Troup High School Tiger football. So a lot of fun as we get ready to start the season, especially the preseason. It's Troup High School Tigers are taking on the Upson-Lee Trojans. We're looking forward to that in just a few moments. So right now, let's take another break. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger football on Eagle Sports.
Getting you
expanded to bring top-ranked medical expertise and specialized services closer to home. From the most advanced technologies to a strong vision for the future, we're connecting together.
So healthy together.
For one very good reason, your health. West Georgia Health. So healthy together.
Rogers Barbecue in LaGrange has been locally owned since 1945. They have daily lunch specials for only $5.95, and that includes your drink and dessert. Tuesday night from 5 to close is all-you-can-eat ribs. Thursdays, Rogers has all-you-can-eat catfish, which along with their stew is famous throughout the region, and they proudly serve only U.S. farm-raised catfish. Dine in or use their convenient drive-thru, Monday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. at 117 New Franklin Road in LaGrange. Come join the crowd at Rogers Barbecue.
Yes, it's the right time and the right place is Holmes Pharmacy. You'll save like never before. Save money when you buy. And we accept Medicare, Medicaid, and private insurance, and each buyer is treated like a franchise player. It's all at Holmes Pharmacy. Holmes Pharmacy with locations in LaGrange and Hamilton.
Test drive a Kia Optima at Kia of LaGrange and receive a Georgia Lottery ticket for your chance to hit the jackpot and win a new 2015 Kia Optima or up to $1 million. The 2015 Optima is setting a new standard of style and performance. The Optima LX starts as low as $19,900 and comes backed by Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. Stop by and see us today or shop anytime online at KiaofLaGrange.com. Help support your local economy.
Back to more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. Jack Moore and Greg Hicks live here from Callaway Stadium. Looking forward to a great night of football as the teams are right now getting their last-minute instructions from the coaches and getting ready to come back outside and get things started. 7 o'clock was the initial start time, so it doesn't like we're going to make that. It's at 6:57 and nobody's on the field. But I'm joined down up here in the booth by the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Greg Hicks.
I don't know about that, but I appreciate it. I tell you, Jack, I'm glad you texted me today. I was looking forward to the game tonight. I just didn't realize I was going to be at this vantage point. But
well, you knew that I could not do this without you. This is maybe I've been trying to think about that, trying to figure out how long have you and I been doing this together.
It's funny that you say that because just yesterday or the day before I was thinking, how long have we been asleep? Bubba's been about 12 plus years at least.
Over 10 years for sure.
Yeah.
And there's marriages that hadn't lasted that long, Greg. I think the fact that we're only together for 4 months maybe has something to do with that.
So we have the formula then. Right?
Exactly. Just spend
stay
4 months
apart for a while.
4 months together, and then just see each other intermittently over the course of the other 6.
I'm with you.
But it is exciting to get things started. Last week we had a chance to broadcast up in Hogansville. Tony and I got to do that ball game, and now to be back with you. And then tomorrow night, hopefully the whole gang's together as we get ready for LaGrange and Callaway. They'll be live right here on Eagle Sports. So looking forward to that as well. Just kind of getting things kick off. A little bit cooler last week, but the sun's back out. We've had rain all week, so it is very humid. But it's about 90 degrees on the field. If you got a little umbrella to keep it over your head to take some of that sun off, that's a good idea. But it's going to be another great night for football.
Absolutely. I was just down in the locker room, certainly not by choice. I was looking for a last-minute roster. So I walk in the locker room, and, of course, Coach G, I follow him in, and he's giving the kids the players the last-minute instructions, about, how they're going to orchestrate the game, where the special teams, where they stay in the box, and then Coach Kendall talked about special teams and when you should be listening for if you're on the punt team, how to migrate. Because, again, second scrimmage of the year, we actually chose to get 2 scrimmages just because we didn't have a spring game. And
they made that available for us. Would not have had that had we had a spring game.
That's right. And so good for us because last week we saw some rusty areas. And so hopefully we've improved on that this week. I'm fortunate to have 2 sons this year. I've often joked about having one, but we've got my son Scott Hicks is a sophomore this year. So, and then Dre Flagg, who was playing at Callaway this time last year, but he's living with us now. And and Dre is a starting outside linebacker, number 34. So we get the linebacker numbers are real easy: 34, 35, 36, 37. You'll have Eli Patrick, number 36. He's a senior, and of course Austin Carter is a senior linebacker as well. So we're excited for that. But, I kind of get daily reports on how practice has gone, and it's been very, very physical. I think the kids are buying into the offense and the whole regiment that the coaching staff has put forward, and it's just different. Anytime you have a change in leadership, you're going to have a change in operation technique, and that's what the players have been experiencing. And I think from what I can gather, they're excited about it, and they're excited to play an entire game live contact. Last week, we weren't on the radio, but we didn't do live punt, didn't do live kickoff return, PAT, that thing. But
so
tonight it's all live.
All live, okay.
We'll play 2 halves of varsity. The third quarter will be JV, mostly 10th and 11th graders. You might have a senior or 2 that just doesn't really get a lot of playing time. He'll play JV. But then the fourth quarter we'll allocate simply to 9th grade.
Looking down the field, it looks like Upson-Lee has won the toss. They've elected to receive to start things off, and we'll do exactly that when we return. Right now, you're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football on Eagle Sports.
Hi, friends. Just like to hear with Kia of LaGrange. Test drive a Kia Optima and receive a Georgia lottery ticket for your chance to hit the jackpot and win a 2015 Kia Optima or up to $1 million. The 15 Optima is setting a new standard of style and performance. The Optima LX starts as low as $19,900 and comes backed by Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. Stop by and see us today or shop anytime online at KiaofLaGrange.com to help support your local economy.
Must be 18 years or older to play lottery games. Stock number 17662.
We are home to a state-of-the-art MRI suite that offers the best imaging technology. We are at the forefront of women's health, providing digital mammography and the only breast MRI in the area. We offer a full array of cancer treatment options and are the region's only accredited weight loss surgery center. We are West Georgia Health. Visit wghealth.org and discover how we're working together to bring you advanced technology.
So healthy together.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troup Tiger football.
So it looks like the Tigers have loaded up that interior line. I say big number 35, Scott Hicks down there as the hammer. We're ready to kick things off here.
Michael Young with a kickoff.
Nice high kick. We take in, wow, it's actually going to sail into the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 20, and that's where Upson-Lee will have it first and 10. Nice job of the kickoff.
I'm glad you mentioned that, Jack. Michael is a senior this year, and he's been doing a lot of kicking the last couple of years. We've got a couple of sophomores there, and Carson Rayford and Brantley Robinson.
Carson got a little playing time last year.
Absolutely, and Cal Foster. So they're all there, but, you got to give kudos to the senior kicker. How often have we talked about getting that kick into the end zone? So we're excited to see that happen.
The best return is no return.
Absolutely.
So here comes Upson-Lee. Now, we don't have a roster for them, so I was making up some names. So number 2, we're going to call him Shorty McFly. He's Going to go from the shotgun set. Got a man in motion. Snaps the ball. Hands it off on the inside trap. Nothing doing as he slips down behind the line of scrimmage. Going to lose a yard. Sink it 11.
So I see the inside linebacker, Austin Carter, Sr. I mentioned his name earlier. He, along with, and I will give you some names in just a little bit, but made the stop really behind the line of scrimmage. That'll go second down and caught it 10.5.
Going to ride it begin inside. The quarterback's going to fake it, hand it off. Actually, keep it going around the right side. Gets across the 20. A gain of about 2 yards. Brings up third down, and we'll call it 8.
And from his inside linebacker position, Carter read that play really nicely and hit it off left guard and actually tackling for, 2-yard gain. So it'll be third down and 8.
Here comes Upson-Lee again from the shotgun set. Man to his left. Quarterback's going to step back to pass. Just throws it quickly. Incomplete. Had a good coverage back there around the 30-yard line by the Tigers.
Little quick inside post route, and looks like number 11 for Upson-Lee is probably 6'11".
He's a tall fella.
And he was able to get up, pass. You couldn't ask for the pass to be placed any better. Position
only he could get that ball.
That's right. And he had it for only a second. But, a lot of times when you're falling down on your back, you're thinking about that, and the ball came out of his hands. Would not have been a first down, however. So good job, Tigers.
So they'll have to punt it away. Punter's going to stand on his, let's call it the 7-yard line. 2 men up in front of him. And
like Coach G is.
Timeout is called on the field. They take a timeout. We'll take one as well. Troup High School Tigers playing in their second scrimmage of the season. No score right here on Eagle Sports.
In sports, free agents are free to find a team that offers the best deal. That's why Grange only sells their coverages through independent insurance agents. They're free to find the best team to protect your auto, home, or business.
Mallory Agency considers Grange their go-to company for their combination of great value and outstanding claim service. Call Mallory Agency at 706-884-3339 or www.MalloryAgency.com.
Products not available in all states.
The action continues now with more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at Eagle1023.com.
Yeah. Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. They're going to be punting it away. Dexter Sheely back deep for the Tigers. Lone back. Looks like we may be sending in a block. There's the snap. Going to set up a return. Actually, right off the side of his foot. He catches a line drive to the 40, up to the 35. Still on his feet across down to the 32-yard line. Not a bad return for a line drive and great field position for the Troup High School Tigers.
Welcome back, Dexter Sheely. We just saw some internal punishment there by Coach G. Had to call a timeout. We had one player weren't ready.
Discipline.
Okay, excuse me, discipline. Well, Sheely's not been playing for disciplinary reasons, and we're so glad that he's back. And we've got a couple offensive linemen that decided to do the right thing this week and be there, and so they're there. So it should be a different offensive performance tonight, especially for the O-line.
All right, so here we go. Is that Truitt in at quarterback?
It should be Ken Truitt at quarterback, along with Mess Bonner, number 11, should be your wing back.
Mess had a great season last year. Sure did. Yeah, Ken Truitt, number 7. He's going to go from the shotgun set. Going to hand the ball off to his tailback, going to roll on the right side to the 30, down to the 25, to the 24-yard line. Nice gain on first down. Brings up 2nd and 4.
So immediately Mess Bonner goes in motion on that read option. Truitt hands it to him, and he's able to pick up about 7 quick yards. So the Tigers come out quick. Immediately see some improvement over last week.
Kind of running downhill. He's going to fake the handoff, keep it himself. It just, wow, that's a tough tackle. Big lineman number 9 from Upson-Lee. Didn't read that quite as well as he did the previous play.
Well, it was one of those situations, Jack, where you almost had no choice. Bonner was already focused on, and we had the outside linebacker focusing on Sheely. He was just kind of in no man's land.
Back to pass is Truitt. Going to kind of throw it out there. So throws it away. Actually, a pretty smart play as he was had some footsteps coming up behind him. He throws it out of bounds, so it falls incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down.
Well, and I think the coaching staff, when they talk to him, when we go back and look at film, they're going to let him know that you didn't have to be in that big of a hurry. You had no backside pursuit. Once you shook your first guy, you had plenty of time to think about where you're going to throw it.
Tigers try to draw them off. Now they're going to stay on the field. The offense is probably going to keep the ball and try to get a first down out of this one.
4th and 6, just underway here.
Takes it. Going to air it out down the right sideline. He's got a man open down there. He catches it right there on the 2-yard line, 1-yard line. Is that Tolbert?
Guess who? Number 18 this year, Tolbert catches it. He's a big senior, big playmaker. We talk about excellent hands. He goes out and dives out and comes down on a 1-yard line, slides in the end zone, but they're going to mark it on a 1-yard line. Goal to go for the Tigers.
Beautiful play. Ken Truitt back in the shotgun set. He's got Bonner to his left. Takes it. Going to hand it to Bonner. Bonner trying to get to the outside. Goes in. Touchdown, Tigers!
That same sweep, Jack. Just simply good read, quick read. Truitt hands off to Bonner. Bonner would not be denied. Off the right side, shoves it in from 1 yard out. Touchdown, Tigers. So good offensive motion that time. And I want to point out to you that these guys are donning the throwback jerseys. This is what they, in the uniforms, solid gold pants, no pinstriping, solid navy jerseys with gold letters, just kind of a Michigan Wolverine look. They look
very
good.
Classic. Snap, hold, kick is up. And the extra point is good. 7-0 is your score right here with 56 left to go in this first quarter play. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger football on Eagle Sports.
The story you're about to hear is real. I was working out of my office at Holmes Pharmacy. My name is Friday. Then she walked in.
I've got to see Mr. Good Deal.
You came to the right place, lady.
Do you work here?
At Holmes Pharmacy? Yeah, I'm Friday.
Today's just Wednesday.
Holmes Pharmacy has a great selection of over-the-counter medications and home health care needs, and those are just the facts. Holmes Pharmacy in LaGrange and Hamilton, home of Mr. Good Deal.
That's why I'm here.
Now back to the field for more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Great way to start things for the Troup High School Tigers. The quarterback, Ken Truitt, does a great job of keeping things under control, passes the ball down the field. Tremaine Tolbert makes a great catch down to the 1, and then Bonner puts it away after the next play. So now we kick off the ball again from the 40. Line drive, bounces up. It's touched by an Upson-Lee player. Is going to fall down on the 25-yard line, and that'll give them the ball there, 1st and 10.
Some numbers on the kickoff team. We've got number 35, of course, Scott Hicks. Number 32, Quentin Kersey. They're both on the Troup High wrestling team, and they're enjoying football as well. 44, Seth Adams, his first year playing, and we're excited about Seth finally joining us. Jared Lane, number 43. So try to get some of these kids' name in there. Mentioned number 6, Kelvin Thornton. Let me make sure I got that. No, Dante Rutledge, number 9 is Kelvin Thornton. They call him J-Rock. So the Tigers come out on the defense right now. 1st down and 10 from the 25-yard line.
4-man front for the Tigers. They put a man in motion, going to hand it off to the fullback, coming right up the middle. He's stuffed right there, and he may pick up. We'll give him 3, 2nd and 7.
He just right up behind their left tackle. And of course, Chance Giddens giving him 2. We're going to count off 3. But again, good defense by the Tigers, not being fooled. Upson-Lee seems like a lot of teams are going to be in that motion read this year,
Yep.
Jack.
Back to the shotgun set. Put a man in motion just like we mentioned. He's going to fake it. Actually, he's going to hand it off around that right side. Does not get the 1st down, but gets it up 3 or 4 more yards across the 30 down to the 33.
I looked up and I saw number 34, Dre Flagg, and of course I'm picking him this year. I'm going to say there's a flag on the play, and so Dre was in that when he kind of got pushed around, but 3rd down and say at 1.5 yards for Upson-Lee.
Upson-Lee coming back again with the shotgun set. Looks back to the sideline to get their play. Check off at the line. Quarterback walks up, lets them know what he wants to do. 4-man front again for the Tigers. 3 linebacker core stepping up into the pocket. Actually, their fullback's going to get a big run across the middle. Go across the 45. They're going to mark him now right at the 50-yard line. So big gainer for Upson-Lee.
Looking at the defensive section that time, learning they've got a couple of blitz packages they call Waco and I think Fire. And sure enough, they had a blitz package on, which took Austin Carter from his middle linebacker position out of position, which they had a quick trap going that picked up the 1st down for Upson-Lee.
Trips to this near side, advances it wide to the far side. They're going to hand the ball off to the tailback, who's going to cut it back across the field. Gets to the 45 down to the 44-yard line. Nice gain. So Upson-Lee kind of spreading things out and spreading out the Tiger defense right now.
J-Rock, number 9, should have had him in the backfield. He's mad at himself for missing that tackle. Had to rely on Eli Patrick from his linebacker position to make that tackle only after an 8-yard gain.
Around the right side again goes the Upson-Lee offense. They find a little seam, get across the 40 down to the 35-yard line. They'll mark him at the 34, so 1st down for Upson-Lee.
Good thing about it, Jack, is, we appreciate our offense in that motion read. Upson-Lee doing a nice job the same way. Yep. Coach Tommy Parks, that was down at Harris County for many years, is over at Upson-Lee, and, he's got those guys running. They have this double wing set every formation.
Actually, quarterback's going to keep it this time. Slips down, but gets back up across the 35 down to the 33-yard line. He'll gain about 3, 2nd and 7.
And again, once we had a blitz package on that time, we had him in the backfield, Jack. We were on the motion man. He decided not to hand it off. He should have tackled him 2 yards deep in the backfield. So, I'm sure the Tigers will play a little bit more under control. Tigers have a defensive shift going on now.
Trips back to the side, put a man in motion to the far side. Going to hand the ball off to the tailback. We miss a tackle in the backfield. He gets across the 30 down to the 26-yard line. Short of the first down, brings up 3rd.
So Dexter Shealy on the tackle from his cornerback position. I think actually he may have come in from his free safety. They've been playing Shealy at free safety, and that's exactly what happened. He and Austin Carter waylaid him, but not until after he gained about 6 yards. It'll be 3rd down and what, Jack, maybe a good yard?
A yard and a half to 2. Number 2, the Upson-Lee quarterback. Once more, takes the ball from the shotgun set. He's going to keep it after the fake. Cuts across the 20 down to about the 17-yard line. So he picks up the first down. He's very deceptive with those handoffs.
Absolutely. And, a good thing. I'm glad that they're challenging our defense. Luckily, this is a scrimmage game, so it gives the coaches time to kind of adjust. But, we've only seen ourselves run this motion read offense, so it's good to see somebody else.
Going to pass this time. He pump fakes. Intercepted by the Tigers to the 10, 15. Up to the 20, 25. Cuts across it to the 30. And it's going to be Tiger football after a great interception by the Tigers.
Number 46 for the Tigers. And I don't have his name, and I apologize for that. We'll get that to you. Our roster is kind of slight today. But, he made a nice interception, stepped in front of the football, played a good read on it, watched the quarterback all the way, stepped in, grabbed the guy, and made the interception, and would have gained more yardage. And Austin Carter just kind of upset himself and kind of bumping him down. So Austin got up, kind of slapping himself. Man, I run into you and knocked you down. But at any rate, the Tigers take over 1st down from their own 30-yard line. So good job by the Tiger defense.
Truitt going to back up to pass. Airs it out down the left side. And they're going to almost pick it off on us. A dangerous pass there. He just kind of aired it out with double coverage back to that far side.
Give the coaches credit. There's sometimes, Big Mo swung their way. They're going to see if they can actually catch him in a lax defense situation. And, we decided to basically do it on a go route. We had 2 receivers. Of course, they had 2 corners sitting right out there on it, so good defense.
Little handoff there. Actually, a little trouble with the handoff. Truitt didn't really let it go, and Bonner kind of had to wrangle around him. They're going to get us in the backfield. Going to lose a couple. Brings up 3rd down.
So after that long pass, that attempt to kind of catch him off guard, that fell incomplete, you're right, Jack. We had a mishap on the handoff, so now it's 3rd down and 12.
Truitt takes it again. Going to get it off to Bonner. Bonner trying to get to the corner. Gets across the 30, down to the 35-yard line. He's brought down there.
He'll pick up 5, maybe 6. He'll go from 2 deep to 3 to 4 yards outside, and he absolutely ran over that corner. It'll be 4th down and call it 6.5 yards. They're going to be calling in the punt team. I can see Coach G out there giving the kick foot, so the punt team will be out there. So the punt team runs on. A lot of the same guys I just mentioned. You've got Seth Adams and Quentin Kersey and Scott Hicks and Austin Carter and Dre Flagg, Montez Crow all coming out. Michael Young will be your punter.
Waiting for the snap. Good snap. He steps up, gets the kickoff. Taking at the 36-yard line. We'll try to get to the 40. He does that to the 45, to the 50. Slips down at the other 45. So a good return by Upson-Lee, and that's where they'll have it 1st and 10. Let's take 30 seconds back to the station right here on Eagle Sports.
Getting you back into the game is Emory Southern Orthopedics' goal. The full-service orthopedic medical practice features board-certified surgeons, a prompt care center, surgical facility, and physical therapy services. The collaborative medical team at Emory Southern Orthopedics combines with leading-edge orthopedic treatment with proven traditional methods to aid you in achieving an active, pain-free lifestyle. Emory Southern Orthopedics, getting you back into your game.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to the field for more Troup Tiger football.
Welcome back as Troup High School Tigers are going to hand it off to the tailback. Upson-Lee gets back to the line of scrimmage. Gets maybe 1 out of that to the 45-yard line, 2nd down.
So I was just making a comment to Chance Giddin, our PA announcer. I said, there's a flag on the play. Dre Flagg made a nice tackle on that kickoff return. Then he forgets to go in. He comes in. He makes the first tackle on defense.
Trips to this near side, little wheel route. They're going to make the pass complete to the 35-yard line. He's going to get just enough for the first down, and that'll bring up another 1st and 10 for Upson-Lee.
Just after he made the first down, middle linebacker who came in to spell Austin Carter, number 35, Scott Hicks, made the initial tackle, but only after 8 yards gained, so it'll be first down on the Tiger 35. Tiger came in at 4-3. They'll run a 4-3 defense this year.
Waiting for the snap. Quarterback puts the man in motion. Fakes the handoff to him. Going to hand it off to the fullback from the backfield. He'll get maybe a yard at the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. Nice job by those interior linemen to step up in the hole.
Again, I apologize for not having a roster tonight. We kind of got caught short-handed, but, we're going to have...
Well, number 9, Kelvin Thornton, kind of leading tacklers on that one.
He was.
Orion Ziegler down there deep inside, looking pretty good.
That would be... Is that OJ's kinfolk?
I think so.
I believe it is.
Ethan Short also down there, number 22.
Ethan's playing a nice outside linebacker right now. Defensive end.
Tall sweep going around the right side for Upson-Lee. We set up behind the line and don't get him. We hit him hard again and we don't get him. He gets down to the 31-yard line. So pretty good job by the Tigers to be in the right place. We've got a breakdown to make the tackle, though.
Good tackle by Hicks and Crowell on that one, number 28 and 35. But, again, after about a 4-yard gain, give it third down and call it 6.5 maybe.
Trips to this near side, a man split wide right for Upson-Lee. Tigers got about a man coverage on this near side, looking like it. Upson-Lee looks to the far side, gets their play. We are looking at about 3:18 left to go in this first quarter. Troup leading 7-0.
We're a little rusty, too. We forget to give you the score. We apologize for that.
We'll get that down. Yep. Fake handoff. Quarterback's going to keep it. He dances around, gets to the 30, kicks the corner to the 20, down to the 15, going to go out of bounds at about the 13-yard line.
Nice little play. Kind of had the Tigers had a little stunt going on, kind of caved everybody in and allowed the quarterback to fake the handoff. He had a nice read on that, saw that he had the outside open, and Shealy had to make the play some 18 yards downfield. Inside the red zone, Upson-Lee has it 1st and 10 from their Tiger 13-yard line.
Wide trips to the far side. Quarterback going to back up and actually fakes the handoff and then takes it. Actually, the handoff was given. He goes around the right side, gets down inside the 1. I don't think he got in, though. Nope, they're going to say he got in, hit the pylon on the far side.
It looks like Dre Flagg was there late catching up with the player and hit him on about the 1-yard line, but he had enough momentum to carry himself in the end zone. So with 2:52 left in the first quarter, Upson-Lee does score. Tigers lead right now 7-6, awaiting the PAT.
Let's see what kind of kicking game that Upson-Lee has. Number 47 for them is going to step up. Got some highlighter yellow shoes ready to kick the ball with. Snap, hold, kick is up. And the kick is good. We're knotted up at 7 right here at Callaway Stadium. The second scrimmage of the season as we're getting ready for real football, but it's been real football so far. 7-7 is your score with 2:52 left to go. The first quarter play. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger football right here on Eagle Sports.
Good food. Where do you find it? Because when you spend your hard-earned money, you want good food. So the place you'll find that good food is at Rogers Barbecue on New Franklin Road in LaGrange, where they only serve American-grown catfish, barbecue cooked to perfection, and with all the fixings to make it worth every penny. Rogers Barbecue is locally owned and run with care since 1945. Come eat with us Monday through Saturday from 11 to 9 or use our carry-out window. Rogers Barbecue, New Franklin Road, LaGrange.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troup Tiger football.
Is there any family here of mine or Greg's that's listening to our broadcast and has a Coke or a Diet Coke they can bring up here to us? We'd greatly appreciate it. All right, moving on. Let's see how many folks are listening out there. We'll put you on the radio if you'll bring us a Diet Coke.
Oh, you just shot yourself in the foot there, buddy. They're not going to come up here.
All right, Upson-Lee will kick the ball off. And let's see how the Tigers do. Again, I like that we're going live kicking. I wasn't sure we were going to do that tonight. I do like that we got a live kicking game going on tonight in this second scrimmage of the season. Of course, we want everybody to get out of here without injury. That's for sure. They step up, kick the ball a little short, taken at the 10-yard line by the Tigers. Up to the 15, to the 20. Meet the wall there at the 25. Finds the seam at the 30 to the 35-yard line. Not bad field position for the Tigers as they start their next drive.
Chance Hill on the return. He picks it up. You're right, Jack. All the way up to the 36-yard line. That'll be about a 22-yard return. good for a first down. Good field position for the Tigers as Ken Truitt brings them to the line. Mess Bonner will be in your backfield again. Travis Johnson, your traditional tight end, is going to be in a slot this time. So Tigers are opening up this time, Jack.
Twins to both left and right. Bonner,
Tremaine Tolman here on the left, the right side.
Bonner just to the right of his quarterback, Ken Truitt. Truitt takes a snap. Going to throw across the middle. Nice little inside out. It gets to the 40. So it's only about a 4-yard gain, but a nice, crisp pass out there.
Nice pass by Truitt, you're right, to Chance Hill. Just a little stab pass on the what they call a seam route, right down the hash marks, about 4 yards. But, hey, you know what? We'll take 4 yards every time.
And a completion.
Absolutely.
Truitt once again behind center. Takes a snap, going to keep it. Steps up in the line, trying to find a place to get through. Gets across the 40, down to the 30, we'll call it the 39-yard line. Give one, maybe two, brings up third down.
Truitt decided, one of the things about the quarterback and a read option, you so want to run the ball a lot. Mm-hmm. And Truitt is an exceptional athlete. He was quarterback at Long Cane, did a great job. But that's one of the things he's got to learn is to when to hand it off and when to read and take off.
He does hand off. Maybe he should have read and taken off that time because we're going to lose about 4 yards back almost to the original line of scrimmage on that play. As Mess Bonner just couldn't find a way to get to the corner.
That's right. And, the coaches, when they review the film, they're going to show him, look, Mess, when the defense is not Mess, but, Ken, when the defense is gambling and they just basically stopped you short, they're going to gamble that you're not going to take this next hand. You're actually going to hand it off. So be aware of that read. And, the film don't lie. So
high kick, short. Takes a nice Tiger bounce across the 35 down to about the 30, 29, 28, 26-yard line. Hey, that actually had a nice roll to it. Gives a pretty good punt.
It actually hit here on about the 44-yard line, Jack. It was really a short punt. But you're right. We picked up another 20 yards on the roll, so it turned out to be a net effect, about a 40-yard punt.
This ball punts down to again, they'll mark it at the 26. And that's where the Upson-Lee Upson-Lee Trojans will take it.
Upson-Lee Knights. You'll get it.
Oh, so who used to be the Trojans? Upson-Lee wasn't the Trojans? Maybe I got that wrong in my head.
Upson-Lee Knights.
Knights, that's right.
You've been drinking out of this. You got cookies. I'm sorry.
Craig sharing his water up here.
Yeah, I don't know. She took so long to pay me, Jack.
Oh, okay. Minute 19 left to go in the first quarter of play. 7-7 is your score. Troup and Upson here in this second scrimmage of the season. We're going to talk about some sideline stuff going on in a minute. Kind of like the way the coach is doing that. They're going to keep the ball and hit the man with the ball at the 30-yard line. It's going to be a gain of about 5, though. 2nd and 5.
I tell you what, though, good job by Ethan Short to stay at home, play his technique, and Eli Patrick and Austin Carter all making the stop. But you're right, good read by the quarterback. Looks like they've got a new quarterback in, a little quicker on his feet.
There's a snap to him. He's going to keep the ball again. Kind of really more of a Wildcat quarterback the way he's just keeping it and running it. Gets another 3 yards, brings up 3rd down and 2.
Got a late flag on the play, and no, that is not Dre flag. But it comes out late. They're actually giving him a little bit better spot than I would have, Jack. I would have probably given him down to the 34. They're going to move him up to the 35, which will leave 3rd down in a yard. But let's see what the flag is on. Looks like they're kind of pointing at the Upson-Lee. We might have some late blocks going on. A little aggression after the whistle, maybe.
Those kind of things you see, in those early parts of the season. Everybody's feeling out the other team and trying to figure out things. Even the referees are making sure they've got it right. They don't want Roger Goodell to come and overturn it.
Yeah, and I'm not sure. I personally checked a couple of footballs, so I'm hoping that they're inflated correctly. I don't know. They actually. Oh, there's Coleman. Did you know he was here tonight?
I did. I saw him earlier.
I hadn't seen him in 6 months.
It's going to go against Upson-Lee.
Good. We'll take it. What's the old cheer? Push him back.
Way back. It's really bad that we know that. Well, actually, I spent so much time on the sidelines, I learned all the cheers of the cheerleaders.
And I didn't know if you knew this or not, but I see Jody Dowden coming up. Did you know that she was a math teacher?
I did.
Yeah. Well, if you didn't know, it's got it right there on her shirt.
Right there. No, truth in advertising. Looking down the field, one thing that coach is doing is he's kind of got the sideline blocked off a little bit. He's got the guys he needs to get to quick. They're rotating out in a box right there in the middle of the field, right around the 50. The guys that are kind of the next level, your upperclassmen, they follow the ball. They're on the side of the field that the ball is on. And then your younger folks, your underclassmen, are on the far side. So really, if you need a guy, you know where to look to get them. And when you've got 120 kids on your roster, this is the way to go.
And he was talking about in the dressing room, hey, guys, pay attention to the game. Don't just watch the game. Know what the down and distance is and we're going to start calling punt team on a second down. So, again, be aware of the situation where you're not embarrassed by not going out there. So I kind of like what he's got on the sidelines, how he's organized it.
Well, too, he'll make you do push-ups if you miss it.
They will be strong, though.
Yes, they will. So now it's, again, first and 10. The ball's going to go all the way back to the 25-yard line. They're going to snap the ball off to the quarterback who's going to hand the ball off. We're going to do a good job of getting him back there. Going to have a hold call that's going to go against Upson-Lee.
I tell you what, give credit Dexter Shealy from his free safety position and Dre Flagg all the way from the offside, from his weak side linebacker position, came in to make that play along with J-Rock, and good pursuit. And even after a hold, they're going to be moved back by Upson-Lee. So good job by the Tiger defense that time. Good read. And we do have a new quarterback in for Upson-Lee. Kind of a quick kid.
Yep. Well, they're trying out some things, too, trying to find out what's going to work best for them. 34 seconds left to go in this first quarter. 7-7 is your score. Troup struck first with after a touchdown, 1-yard touchdown by Mess Bonner after a great pass play to Tolbert. And then Upson-Lee came back after a couple of plays, a couple of drives, actually, and was able to put 7 more on the field.
I do want to make a quick announcement, though, Jack.
Make it.
Troup High Tigers are forming a booster club for the football team. We're going to call it the Troup High Touchdown Club. We're going to be meeting next Tuesday night at 7 o'clock in the Troup High cafeteria. All alumni and friends that are interested, come join us, please. We're excited about this booster club.
There's the snap. Quarterback's going to roll to his right, looking downfield, going to air it out down the field, and it's going to be picked off. Picked off at the 42-yard line. What a beautiful catch by the Tigers.
Well, Chance Hill, no, not Chance Hill. I'm trying to think. Number 23, y'all help me out here. What a diving interception on that. Now, excellent play. That's twice now we've come up with a pick to keep the Upson-Lee Knights from moving any further downfield.
I've got Stafford is 23 on my roster.
Well, we'll take it.
Macenta Stafford.
That's him. That is him. That was his number last year. I should have known that. So the Tigers take over 1st and 10 in Upson-Lee territory from the 44-yard line.
Snap to the up-back. Truitt actually faked the handoff. I thought it missed. Everybody thought Mess Bonner had the ball, but it looks like Truitt kept it.
And, Truitt hesitated because he thought he was down. He slipped. He thought his knee hit. He didn't hear whistles. He said, I better keep running. He was able to pick up. Actually, he was able to lose about 2 yards because the play started deep in the end zone. That'll be the end of the first quarter, Jack.
You're exactly right. End of the first quarter. Tigers are tied up with Upson-Lee in this scrimmage game, 7-7. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football right here on Eagle Sports.
LaGrange Banking is growing. We've opened a new location in Columbus, and we've adopted a new name that reflects our community roots with an eye on the future. Welcome to Calumet Bank, offering personal and business banking services with the friendliness of neighbors. We work on your schedule, offering daytime business hours and a complete set of mobile apps. Day or night, we've got you covered. Calumet Bank, same great services from people you already know. Life is better at Calumet. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hi friends, Just Like to here with Kia of LaGrange. Test drive a Kia Optima and receive a Georgia lottery ticket for your chance to hit the jackpot and win a 2015 Kia Optima or up to $1 million. The 15 Optima is setting a new standard of style and performance. The Optima LX starts as low as $19,900 and comes backed by Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. Stop by.
You're covered, Kevin.
Thanks, Melinda.
Wait, I have blah blah insurance, so person, come help.
To more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. Jack Moore and Greg Hicks live here from Callaway Stadium. 7-7 is your score. We got a new fresh set of minutes as Truitt going to a little bit of miscommunication there. He's going to back up the pass and throws it to a guy out there that's blocking very well.
Well, you got Jack Schweitzer, your wide out, and you got Chance Hill, just the slot guy, and they both took off about 8 yards and started blocking down on their corners. And I think one of them was supposed to turn around and look for the pass.
Yeah, I think the outside guy, Schweitzer, was the one making the nicest block, and the ball almost hit him in the back of the helmet.
So that'll be third down now and 13.
These are the kind of things you got to shake out. Truitt looking to pass, going to roll to his right, looking. Finally throws it out and batted away at the last minute. A good pass. Had a man open there at the 30, but just a nice play by Upson-Lee.
I tell you what they're going to find out on the film. They're going to see that Tremaine Tolman, senior wideout, and probably going to go D1 this year. He's got great hands. He was waiting on the ball to come to him. The corner saw that, jumped right in front of him, and knocked it out. Now, had Tolbert stepped forward, or extended his arms, there's a possibility he might have caught that. I'm sure the coaching staff will mention that to him. It's something that you got to instill that aggressiveness in you. In Tolbert, you don't normally question that. So the Tigers will be punting now.
Good snap, steps up, gets the ball off. Another high kick, a little bit longer this time. Fair catch called for back at the 13-yard line, and that's where Upson-Lee will take it, 1st and 10. 11:40 left to go in this first half of play now. 7-7 your score. So you're talking to Johnny Hurd down there on the sidelines. How's he doing?
I was just going to say, we've been blessed. Mud Creek Graphics is now a Russell dealer, so we can do uniforms and coaching attire, all Russell outfit. As you can see, I'm donning a Russell shirt now that's similar to what the coaches wear.
Is mine in the car?
It's actually it's actually can be in the car real soon. But I say all that, and I wanted to get Johnny Football a shirt. Yeah. He's been so kind, and we just did a lot of stuff for the Troup High Band for the this year, and so I was complimenting him, and we was talking about the shirts, and he's excited about the season coming up, and he'll be joining us up here in a little bit. He wants to stop by and say hello.
Here comes Upson-Lee, put a man in motion behind the quarterback. Quarterback steps up. He keeps it, and it's going to be brought down behind the line back at the 16-yard line. Nice play by the Tigers.
Good job by the defense there. I'm trying to think. Let me get that number now. 23. Again, that's help me out here. He just
I'm looking it up. Here we go. 23. Macinta Stafford.
Stafford made another play there from his free safety position, actually strong safety. We're doing a cover 2 on this one. Middle linebacker, we've got Scott Hicks along with looks like Crowell. I'll get his name down, and we've got Eli Patrick out there on the right side.
We got a sweep going around the left side. We're going to bring him down at the 20-yard line. He liked to lost the ball, so he gets across the line of original line of scrimmage to the 30. We're going to the 31. Looks like
actually it's out to about the 21-yard line. Jack.
Oh, so you're right,
but that's okay. I'm looking at Eli. I was kind of focusing on Eli, and I knew
I was on Alabama time there.
So you're on slow time.
Exactly.
Okay. All right, I got you. So it'll be 3rd down, and
don't get us
like
upset.
About 7.5.
We got lots of West Point folks listening to us.
Yeah,
we'd be nice to them. Pass across the middle. Nice pass.
That's going to be close. It looks like where they're going to mark it. They're going to give him a first down by football length.
With actually pretty good coverage. Just the receiver, actually pretty brave fella, standing there right in the middle of 3 guys and takes it.
Well, Jacinta Stafford was right there, and as soon as he caught it, he absolutely nailed him in the back. So he knew where he needed to go spot his mark. The Tigers did a good job, though, covering him. Just would love for them to be punting the ball now.
Fresh set of downs, 1st and 10. They're looking downfield, trying to figure out what they're going to do with the ball.
Hey, we're glad you joined us tonight. 10-14 left in the second quarter here at the second scrimmage of the year. Upson-Lee and Troup, they're both knotted up 7 apiece.
There's the snap. Quarterback going to keep it, go around the left side. Some nice downfield blocking by Upson-Lee. We're going to tackle him at the 40-yard line. He'll drive him out of bounds there.
He'll pick up a first down. Dexter Sheely from his from his strong safety position. He has to come up and make the play as a quarterback. Nice read. We had a little Waco, what they call a pinch, down from the outside linebackers, and so he was able to go around. So if I think what we're going to see on the film is if we're going to call those stunts, you got to get in the backfield. You got to make it happen.
That 4-man front that Greg has talked about. Once again, right there, 3 linebackers behind them. They're going to come from the far side, and we're going to do a great job of reading that little mini reverse to bring him down at the 40-yard line.
Give me a nice read by number 28, the left outside linebacker. He absolutely bypassed the big number 9 blocking back, scooted around him and made the tackle really at the line of scrimmage. So nice job.
Nemia Roberts, listed. Daryl Craw listed as number 28.
Craw, that's right. I remember Scott telling me. I've been calling him Crowell, but it's Craw, like crawfish. Mm-hmm. We're going to give him a nickname.
Quarterback rolls to his left, looking downfield.
Crawfish on the play again. Nice pursuit by Daryl Craw all the way across. He's actually going to tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, he pinches him from the backside, does Crawfish.
He did. He did a good job snapping that play down. I tell you what happened at that time, Jack, you can see him reading. I want to say the number 2, and I wish he's not. We got 2 number 3s on the roster, so we'll have to guess who he is, and I don't want to guess. He was getting curled in. He got hooked in real tough, and the only thing Craw could do was run the play down all the way across the different side of the field. What a nice job. All right, so Coach Bliss is going to call timeout.
Timeout called by the Troup High School Tigers. They take one. We take one as well. 7-7 is your score. 9:19 left to go in the first half of play. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger football right here on Eagle Sports.
In sports, free agents are free to find a team that offers the best deal. That's why Grange only sells their coverages through independent insurance agents. They're free to find the best team to protect your auto, home, or business.
Mallory Agency considers Grange their go-to company for their combination of great value and outstanding claim service. Call Mallory Agency at 706-884-3339 or visit their website at www.malloryagency.com.
Products not available in all states.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troup Tiger football.
Good to see both new faces and familiar faces on the sideline. Coach Kendall down there helping out with things and stepping out of the head coaching role to assistant coaching role, but still providing a lot of stability down there, Craig.
Well, I was talking to somebody earlier. They was asking about Coach Kendall, how he was doing. I said he's doing well. He's taking over linebacking coaches. He was a linebacker in high school and college, and so he knows the position. And it takes a heck of a person to go through what Coach Kendall do, take over the program in a situation he had to take over.
Screen.
And
screen pass thrown right to the middle of the field to the 40.
I tell you what.
Well read by the Tigers.
I was going to say, good job by Eli Patrick. Staying at home. He was fighting off a block, and they wound up gaining 3. Could have been a ton worse. So good job by Patrick on the pursuit to push him out of bounds. So it'll come up 4th down and 8.5.
One of the strengths of that play is that you give linemen this opportunity to think that they're fixing to make a sack. And when you're a big old hog down inside and you think I'm fixing to get a chance to get my hands on the quarterback, you do rush like crazy back there.
And your eyes are just
oh my gosh, I'm
you
fixing
don't
to get
think
him.
about it's a screen. It's like
there's 6 guys behind me, but I'm fixing to get the quarterback.
That's right. And we've got another whistle, and it looks like we're going to have 12 guys on the field because this sure does look like a lot of gold pants there. I'm just guessing.
If it is, somebody's fixing to do some push-ups.
Illegal participation. That's what this means. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, we got 12.
Yep, and he's going to stop right there, and coach is fixing to put him on the ground doing some push-ups. So they'll get 5 more yards. Not enough for a first down.
It'll wind up being 4th and down and a long 4. However, they're going to take the punt team off, and they're going to see.
Oh, they're going to go for it.
We're close to midfield. They're at the 47-yard line. Now, if they get a first down, it's going to get ugly. So, the coaches, you got to appreciate that. You got to appreciate that, and
so here comes Upson-Lee back to the field. Now they've got 4th, and we'll call it a long 4. And now a timeout has been called on the field. They take a timeout. We take one as well. 9:09 left to go. 7-7 your score. Upson-Lee trying to get a first down here on this 4th down. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger football on Eagle Sports.
The story you are about to hear is real. I was working at 157 out of Holmes Pharmacy. Prescription buyer in trouble. My name's Friday. My job, help him.
I put out a call for Mr. Good Deal.
I understand. You'll get the most for your money at Holmes Pharmacy, and those are just the facts.
I feel a good deal better.
See Mr. Good Deal at Holmes Pharmacy in LaGrange and Hamilton. They'll be there for you when you need them. Holmes Pharmacy, the home of Mr. Good Deal.
The action continues now with more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Greg, when we do games like this, everybody can hear us when we make a mistake, but also this new isolation box changes things for these players, too. We'll talk more about that in just a second. Upson-Lee going to try to get a first down here. There's the snap to the quarterback. Hands off into the line. Notice he fakes the pass.
Yes.
Fakes the handoff, tries to pass the ball, incomplete, and so the Tigers will have great field position across the 50 over there at the 44.
Nice job by Macente Stafford from his corner position. Just came in and read that nice little tight end dump, if you will. Took him about 4 yards down the field, just enough for first down. Hit him about the time the ball got there, knocked it loose. We was talking about this little. I don't want to call it an isolation box, but it's basically a free zone. Hey, says, guys, you come in here when I need your substitution box. But when the coach is chewing you, everybody sees it. So I don't think you want to get in that box and be, as you said, disciplined.
Troup makes the handoff. He's not going to get a whole lot there. 2nd down and 9.
Mess Bonner takes a step inside, decides to plant his feet. And I noticed this last week. He slid forward, so there's still a lot of rubber. I don't know if he came back in, put a lot of rubber if the tips of the fibers are wearing off, but he slid and was able to pick up a half a yard.
Troup going to pass, looking, has a man in his face. Nice movement. He throws it downfield and throws it where there's nobody there. Just kind of throws it away. That's 2 or 3 times we've seen him do that when he's under pressure.
Well, again, he was able to shake one defender, and all of a sudden he sees another one in his face, and he decides he'll let it go early. And as quick as he is on his feet, maybe give it another chance. some people say that was a smart move to get rid of it. Yes, my vantage point, it didn't look like he was going to be tackled. It looked like he might have could have got around that one and to create a play, be that playmaker. But again, this is his first year at quarterback that he hadn't seen for a few years.
He hands it off this time around the left side. Go the Tigers. Nice aggressive running by Mess Bonner right there.
I'm gonna tell you something. That strong safety, number 3 for Upson-Lee comes up. I promise you, he's going back and his arm's dragging. See his right arm?
He got a stinger.
He's got a stinger. He's not picking it up. Mess Bonner got up, said, "Let's roll, baby. Let's roll." So it's 4th down and 5 for the Tigers.
Quickly back to the line of scrimmage come the Tigers. Is that the Drums or Thunder?
Coach Darryl Truitt from the sidelines, one of the better running backs, came out of Troup High School's history, calling the play on the sidelines.
Truitt keeps the ball, gets back to the line of scrimmage, and we're going to turn it over on down. So Upson-Lee will have the ball again as it's 7:58 left to go in the first half. 7-7 is your score. Got a text from one of our fans there. Good to hear us again on a Thursday night as feel the excitement of the season getting going. So I appreciate y'all sending messages our way during the ball game.
Again, I want to remind you as we're waiting on Upson-Lee to get on the field, Troup High Touchdown Club, our new booster club for the football team, will have our really, we're just getting underway, but we really need your presence there. Tuesday night at Troup High School in the cafeteria, 7 o'clock. Be there, please.
Upson-Lee going to hand the ball off into the line. We upend him after a gain of 4. So brings up 2nd and 6. And, what you can do also is bring your radio because Tuesday night I'll be interviewing Coach Matt Mummy with the Matt Mummy Coaches Show live from the Idle Hour Pub. We're looking forward to that right here on Eagle Sports and supporting LaGrange College football a little bit.
Yes, we enjoy Matt Mummy. Mud Creek has been blessed with doing a lot of business with the Panthers over the last few weeks. Would love to show you their locker room, Jack, the football
That's
locker
awesome.
room.
I've been over there.
Graphics all over the place, put in by Mud Creek Graphics.
They look very nice, very professional. Across the 50 goes Upson-Lee. He brings up 3rd down, and we'll call it 2. But had a lot chance to talk to Matt and his wife Phaedra often over the summer, so looking forward to getting that started again. Nice hole for Upson-Lee. They're going to get the first down by just a little bit, but it does bring up a first down across the 50 down to the 46-yard line.
Good job by Eli Patrick from his outside linebacker position. Was able to drag him down because the field was basically, the corner had been shut off and it was wide open. The wideouts had taken the corners deep, so it was up to Eli to make that play, and so he did a good job. One-on-one open field tackle.
That's the wind I'm hearing.
I'm glad. I was a little concerned about that thunder coming around.
Upson-Lee, nice timing as they hand the ball off to the tailback coming from the far side. Good downfield. Oh, we rock his world at the 41-yard line.
Dre Flagg, give a shot to Dre Flagg. I'm gonna take that boy out to eat tonight. What a knock! He's gonna like that when he sees that on film.
He'll enjoy that waffle.
Take him to the awful Waffle House. So good job of Dre. He enjoys that.
Here they come again, man in motion once more. Hand the ball off that tailback. We just rip him up in the backfield. He's going to go all the way back to the 49-yard line. And a great job by the defense.
I tell you what, that time the blitz package worked. Austin Carter, Kelvin Thornton, they call J-Rocks, in the backfield for about actually when you determine the gain on the first down, it's going to be about a 7-yard loss down. So it'll be 3rd down and, say, 12 for Upson-Lee Knights.
The quarterback again will stand behind his center in the shotgun set. Trips to this near side, short trips. He's going to try to throw the ball across the middle. He completes it at the 30. We got good coverage there, but we just did not get a handle on that ball before it was caught by the wide receiver.
Well, he had the inside route on him, but I do believe, again, our corner, number 3, had he looked back, he had the inside take on him.
He had a pretty good position on him.
Could have made the move on him. I'm sure that, again, that's something you learn from. Upson-Lee on the move, on a handoff, on a sweep. He cuts it back inside. Kelvin Thornton on the tackle. That tackle will be made down on about the 22.5-yard line.
He kind of came from his backside. Thornton brought him down from back there. The original quarterback back in, kind of running things a little more efficiently. Some of the other quarterbacks we've seen by Upson-Lee. Trips to the far side. Steps up, takes the snap, hands the ball off to the. Actually, he keeps it. He's going to be hit and brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Good job by Austin Carter from his middle linebacker position. He was in on a blitz. The quarterback he read the quarterback greatly, hit the hole, and quarterback made a move. Austin wouldn't let him go. It wound up being no gain, so it'll be 3rd and 6 for Upson-Lee. So good job by Austin Carter, who is one of the captains this year on the defense.
4:45 left to go. 7-7 is your score. Upson-Lee driving down the field now. Their offense has been on the field quite a bit. They've had a few first downs. They're going to drive across the 20, close to a first down this time. He's got to get across to the 15. Looks like he's got it, Greg.
It's going to be close. They may make a measurement on this. Let's see what they do. That's a big fullback they've got. He just rolls forward. It's going to be 4th down in inches. So, again, 2 could take it and go around the edge, but he's also got that big, heavy fullback that's breathing deep. You can just see the way he's walking. So it looks like Upson-Lee may be going to think about this for a minute.
The timeout's taken on the field. We take one as well. 4:30 left to go in this first half. 7-7 is your score. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football on Eagle Sports.
We are named among the top 5% in the nation for patient safety by Health Grades in 2015. We are ranked in the top 10% in overall hospital care by CareChecks. We are a leading heart clinic with specialists in diagnostics and intervention that get to the heart of better care. We are West Georgia Health. Visit WGHealth.org and discover how we're working together to bring you the highest quality health care.
So healthy together.
Now back to the field for more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Hand off again to the big fullback for Upson-Lee. He picks up big yardage on a first down for Upson-Lee, close to another first down.
He left Ethan Short and Austin Carter
first and goal now
in his wake, and Sheely from his strong safety had to come up and make the tackle just outside the 5-yard line at about the 6-yard line.
Goal line team comes on the field. The fullback once again finding his way, brought down after a gain inside the 5-yard line down to the 4.
We have what we call the Thunder and Lightning package. Thunder's a little bit heavier defensive alignment. Lightning's a little quicker defensive alignment. So you wonder if you do the Thunder package on the goal line.
This is definitely some Thunder down there. 3:50 clock continues to tick, tied up. Upson-Lee trying to change that. Takes his time back there. Takes the snap, steps up, fakes it. Going to keep it, throws a quick out. He's going to walk into the end zone for a touchdown.
We do have a flag, and it may be holding on the corner. All right, now we've got a little bit of talking going on. I'm glad it's a scrimmage. I'm glad the referee had already we've got another flag now, so it looks like we're going to be offsetting because we had one of our guys running his mouth. Coach is not going to like that, but especially when the initial flag would have gone on Upson-Lee and nullified the touchdown. Now he's showing him he comes back and he pushes him, so it's always the guy that retaliates that gets caught, right?
Every time. Wait to see what the call is going to be. Looking for the man in the white hat. There he is. Steps out from the pile. And let's see what his call is going to be. Personal foul, face mask against Troup. A unsportsmanlike against Troup.
Both of them. So,
I think it's going to be a touchdown. They're going to, I think, decline those.
Put this in your book, Jack. I was wrong on both counts.
There's one. It's just a scrimmage game.
Okay.
You can be off on scrimmage game.
I got you.
So 13-7 is your score right now. Let's see what they do with this one. Looks like they're going to try to give it a kick. The young man with the highlighter yellow shoes steps on the field. He awaits the snap. Snap, hold, kick is up. Low, but it's in there. 14-7 is your score with 3:35 left to go in the first half. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football on Eagle Sports.
State Farm, this is Gwen.
Salutations, Gwen. I have car insurance, but I want to protect the rest of the stuff in my apartment. Some of my action figures were ruined recently.
We can add a renter's policy. For the cost of one action figure, we can protect your entire army of action figures against fire, theft, burst pipes.
Great! You have no idea how hard it is untangling wet alien hair.
Add renter's insurance to your auto policy and get to a better state. State Farm.
Visit your LaGrange State Farm agent, Mabel Smith Sharp, online at letmabelquote.com. You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to the field for more Troup Tiger football.
14-7 your score, 3:35 left to go. Tigers now ready to get this next drive going. Let's see them drive it down, put some points on the field, go ahead and tie it up at halftime. But so far, Greg, one of the things I've been really impressed with Coach Glisson is the level of discipline that he has these young men playing after really only knowing them over the summer.
And a short summer that is, Jack.
And haven't even had the pads on. They didn't even get the pads on until probably 3-4 weeks ago.
That's right. Yeah, they've been doing summer workouts all summer. Been going through a lot of intense workouts. And the one thing about it, they're definitely in shape. I know because I watch my two boys come home every day, and they're physically exhausted, so they're in shape. And he's done a good job, and you can see he's got his own system. He's got his discipline system. He's got his he conducts a practice just like one should. He's right on time, changes, group work, boom, boom, boom. It's kind of exciting. The fans can see there's definite change in venue as how things are operating this year.
They step up. They assess part of that penalty on the kickoff, so it'll go off into the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 20, and that's where the Tigers will have it 1st and 10 with no time off the clock.
So if you've just joined us, that's been a pretty good, interesting first half.
It has.
14-7, Upson-Lee Knights leading your Troup Tigers. This is our second scrimmage of the year. Last year, and it'll be our last scrimmage of the year, because next Friday night we go live right here at Callaway Stadium as the Tigers open up against their crosstown rival, LaGrange Grangers. And what a way to open the season, as I was able to watch LaGrange last week and against Noonan, and they are much, much improved. The Aloe Burks has got them looking good over there this year, so it should be hopefully another well of a ball game.
We'll know a lot tomorrow night because Callaway will be taking on LaGrange, and we'll be here for that ball game live on the air at 7 o'clock with kickoff at 7:30. We'll add Tony Walls to the mix. We'll have all three of us up here running around, having a good time, bringing you some high school football. There's the snap, and we're going to hands the ball off into the line. Not a whole lot there. We're going to get across the 20 to the 21-yard line, 2nd and 9.
That was Mess Bonner on he just got, somebody grabbed a hold of him up the shoulders and chest area and wasn't going to let him go. He had some running room, but again, give kudos to the interior line for Upson-Lee.
Bonner stands next to the quarterback, Truitt. A little bit low snap. Quick out by Truitt. And we're going to get up the field across to the 25, maybe the 26-yard line if they mark it there.
That'll bring up 3rd down and 5. Just a little, it's almost like a half wheel route, and it's just a little isolated screen out there with his slot back. He's a little stab, gets out there, and he picks up about 3-4 yards on the play. Hoping something would open up, a little quick train, trying something different this series.
3rd and 5, once again, we look to the sideline. Twins to the left and right. Tight splits between the linemen down inside. Kind of drawing in the defense with a 4-man, actually a 5-man front they're running right now. There's the snap. Truitt throws across the field. Complete at the 32-yard line down to the 35-yard line. There's a 1st down for the Tigers.
Big Travis Johnson from his slot position. He has been the tight end for the last couple of years. Excellent hands. And what you'll get with Travis is yards after catch. And not only did he hit that seam route right, he picked up about 12 yards. So good offensive call by the Tigers.
Truitt going to keep the ball, runs upfield, gets across the line of scrimmage to the 40, goes out of bounds over there and stopping the clock at the 44-yard line.
He's going to pick up about 8 yards on that, Jack. Nice option read that time. One of the better ones of the night. He was able to read it, pull it, and pick up about they're going to wind up giving him 7 yards on it, so it'll be 2nd and 3 as the ball rests on the Tigers' 43-yard line.
Trips to this near side. We're going to try to throw it a little quick out. Oh, man, just in and out of the hands of the intended receiver.
I want to say it was a little bubble screen, but no, it was certainly a little flare pass out where you had your slot back and blocking good. You had Schweitzer on the outside blocking good.
Travis Johnson was the intended receiver there.
Right. Just a little out of reach of Johnson. But
just a bit outside.
Great play, though.
Complete across the middle, going back to Johnson. He gets to the 50. That's a 1st down. We'll continue to drive down the field with a nice little passing mix.
A little inside stab pass for Johnson. 2 in a row. Johnson has got good hands. Between he and Tolbert, you're looking at 2 of the better hands in the region.
Upson not really ready for us. Going to hand the ball off to Bonner. Bonner to the 50. Cuts back to the 45. He could go.
He's gone.
30, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Tigers.
Man, guys, and when you watch that play on film, when the Tigers come back and look at it, what a nice move right here, just on the outside. He did a little hesitation, and the pursuit overran him. He cut it back inside, and 56 yards later, he's in the end zone. So good job, Mess Bonner. Good job, Tigers offense. Good offensive call by the
Very nice
staff.
offensive series. A couple of nice pass plays. Didn't give up on the pass. We had an incomplete, and we still didn't give up on the pass. Greg, that's a unique thing for the Troup High School Tigers.
Hey, I like what I'm seeing. Much improved over last week for sure.
Snap, hold, kick is up. And it is good. So with a minute 48 left to go, we're tied 14-14 right here on Eagle Sports.
LaGrange Banking is growing. We've opened a new location in Columbus, and we've adopted a new name that reflects our community roots with an eye on the future. Welcome to Calumet Bank, offering personal and business banking services with the friendliness of neighbors. We work on your schedule, offering daytime business hours and a complete set of mobile apps. Day or night, we've got you covered. Calumet Bank, same great services from people you already know. Life is better at Calumet. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troup Tiger football.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. A little lightened in the far end there. Yep. The lightning is going to cause us to step off the field for a moment. Looks like the lightning is going to cause us to have a delay here, more than likely about a 30-minute delay. So we're going to be getting out to the stands and finding some folks to talk to.
If they'll stay in the stands, they're all running, Jack. They're running for cover.
That little bit of lightning there, I'd be running too. That's a couple of big bolts there. If on the far side, as we look across at the visitor side, or what will be the LaGrange home side this year.
Yeah, LaGrange College and LaGrange High School have elected to. They were given that option about 5 years ago, and I think Callaway tried it 1 or 2 games. I don't think Troup's ever tried it, so they've elected to maintain. Well, we've had all of a sudden it popped up on us quick, Jack. That's about 4 or 5 lightning strikes.
In fact, the stands are being evacuated as well. These aluminum stands, not a great thing to be sitting in. If you get, of course, now here we are covered in electronics and wires, and we both got these headphones on. Okay, we're going to take another break. We'll go back to the station for let's do the next 2 spot sets if we can. Finish out our first half and go to our first one in halftime. And we come back, we'll let you know what's going on here at the stadium right here on Eagle Sports.
Getting you back into the game is Emory Southern Orthopedics' goal. The full-service orthopedic medical practice features board-certified surgeons, a prompt care center, a surgical facility, and physical therapy services. The collaborative medical team at Emory Southern Orthopedics combines with leading-edge orthopedic treatment with proven traditional methods to aid you in achieving an active, pain-free lifestyle. Emory Southern Orthopedics, getting you back into your game.
Hi, friends. Just like to hear with Kia of LaGrange. Test drive a Kia Optima and receive a Georgia lottery ticket for your chance to hit the jackpot and win a 2015 Kia Optima or up to $1 million. The 15 Optima is setting a new standard of style and performance. The Optima LX starts as low as $19,900 and comes backed by Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. Stop by and see us today or shop anytime online at KiaofLaGrange.com to help support your local economy.
Must be 18 years or older to play lottery games. Stock number 17662.
Good food. Where do you find it? Because when you spend your hard-earned money, you want good food. So the place you'll find that good food is at Rogers Barbecue on New Franklin Road in LaGrange, where they only serve American-grown catfish, barbecue cooked to perfection, and with all the fixings to make it worth every penny. Rogers Barbecue is locally owned and run with care since 1945. Come eat with us Monday through Saturday from 11 to 9, or use our carry-out window. Rogers Barbecue, New Franklin Road, LaGrange.
Now back to more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Hicks staying here, not touching anything metal. We're trying to make sure that we're not grounded in any way. As we've had several lightning strikes nearby, there's another one right there across the way. Very orderly way that everybody's evacuating the stadium. So we'll see what's going to happen there. We'll get some word as the coaches are conferring right now and how we're going to put this thing together. And Greg, you hope that we'll be able to come back after a delay and play the second half and get these guys a full game in or as close to it as we can. But at the same time, as you're thinking about it, we're here at halftime basically. We've got a tie game. You don't want anybody to get hurt in preseason. Maybe we don't come back. We'll just have to wait and see.
We'll have to wait and see. But, I was going to comment earlier how the flag here in the south end zone, south end zone, is a
red, white, and blue.
Well, it is red, white, and blue, but it was just waving ever so slightly. So I said, well, there's not much of a breeze. Well, and that's a good thing, I guess. It's a cool night. It's not that muggy. I guess we're in air conditioning.
That's really not the thing to say up here.
But what I don't see is the trees waving, so there's not a lot of wind. There's tremendous lightning there. But so my point is, the clouds aren't moving out of the way very fast.
They just it's kind of hunkered down over the top of us.
Yeah, and it's just to the west of us. You can hear the thunder in the background on the radio, so it's just to the west of us, moving. It looks like in a southeasterly direction. So we'll be interested to see how long this lasts. But from each lightning strike, you can reset the clock for another 30 minutes.
So here's Greg Hicks with your AccuWeather forecast. 14-14 is your score. The Tigers had scored just before we had to go away. So we're going to take another break. When we come back, we'll talk more about this game. And what's not happening is another lightning strike hits across the way right here on Eagle Sports.
Don't you buy no ugly shirt now.
That's right. To get a good-looking shirt just got a lot easier at Mud Creek Graphics because the creek has risen to downtown LaGrange across from Ideal Cleaners. Mud Creek Graphics' new location is perfect for you to come in and pick out your good-looking shirt and have whatever you want printed on it. So go with the flow and come visit us at Mud Creek Graphics, 211 Greenville Street in LaGrange, right behind CVS. Don't forget to like us on Facebook at Mud Creek Graphics.
In sports, free agents are free to find a team that offers the best deal. That's why Grange only sells their coverages through independent insurance agents. They're free to find the best team to protect your auto, home, or business.
Mallory Agency considers Grange their go-to company for their combination of great value and outstanding claim service. Call Mallory Agency at 706-884-3339 or visit their website at www.malloryagency.com.
Products not available in all states.
The story you are about to hear is real. It was a big day in my life, and then she drove by.
I'm a lousy shopper. I just don't know where to go to find the best pharmacy.
Lady, are you telling me you drive all over town and shop around several places before you're done? There's no need to be running around with Mr. Good Deal. You'll save time and money with no aggravation.
Where can I find this Mr. Good Deal?
Holmes Pharmacy, the home of Mr. Good Deal in LaGrange and Hamilton.
Synovus Bank is here. And here, well, it's here in LaGrange, Georgia. Here is where the food tastes better and the air breathes like home. Here is the place that gets better because every generation leaves it better than they found it. Here is where Synovus helps people turn their ideas into business realities because the bankers at Synovus understands what it means to be from here. Synovus, the bank of here, serving you locally as Commercial Bank and Trust. Banking products provided by division of Synovus Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hello, Troup Tiger fans. Jonathan Moosemat with King Chevrolet in Valley, Alabama. Glad to see you here tonight at Callaway Stadium, and we're excited about high school football just like you guys are. I know the Troup Tigers have been working hard. It's the start of the season, and the benefits will come with all this hard work that you've been putting in all summer, and it starts tonight. So know that you've got friends in Valley, Alabama at King Chevrolet. Go Troup Tigers.
King Chevrolet can be found right off I-85, exit 77 in Valley, Alabama, and on the web at kingautocorner.com.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troup Tiger football.
Hey there, welcome back to Troup High Football with a packed stadium tonight. Wow, there's not a bleacher seat to be seen. I'm actually fibbing a little bit, folks. The bleachers are empty as we speak, with 1:48 remaining until halftime, and the score tied 14-14. Troup and Upson-Lee are in the scrimmage match. It has come across a lightning storm. The clouds are moving slow, and we're having some tremendous lightning. And they have decided, first of all, you get the Coach G, as soon as he saw the first lightning, boom, without even waiting, he motioned all the players, get off the field. Upson-Lee then reacted, and all of a sudden the officials are asking the fans to vacate the stadium because we have had some tremendous lightning strikes over the past 8 or 10 minutes, and it looks like the clouds are slowly moving, and with each subsequent lightning strike, of course, they add another 30 minutes onto the delay. I'm looking over in the parking lot across the street there at the Callaway Auditorium, and a lot of headlights. I hope that's an indication that they're just going to hang out. But once again, probably one of the worst lightning strikes we've had so far is the one that we just saw. So we're going to let this play out a little bit more, play a few more commercials. We hope that we'll be able to get this scrimmage in because it's important for the guys to get the rust off. And we're excited to see the Tigers looking a lot better this week than they did last week. Both teams coming out with a read option offense style, and so it's testing the defenses, and we're getting a good look at our offense tonight. So with that being said, you're listening to Troup High Football on Eagle Sports, and we'll be back in just a few.
So, what if you're walking out of your car after work today and it's been mashed by a runaway garbage truck? We've got an agent for that. Having your own State Farm agent means having a real person there to help you when things go wrong. So when accidents happen, you've got someone you know who will be there when you need them. Matt Orr in LaGrange is that State Farm agent. He's got your back when things go wrong. So call him today at 706-882-0046. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
We are home to a state-of-the-art MRI suite that offers the best imaging technology. We are at the forefront of women's health, providing digital mammography and the only breast MRI in the area. We offer a full array of cancer treatment options and are the region's only accredited weight loss surgery center. We are West Georgia Health. Visit wghealth.org and discover how we're working together to bring you advanced technology.
So healthy together.
Hi friends, Just Licked here with Kia of LaGrange. Test drive a Kia Optima and receive a Georgia lottery ticket for your chance to hit the jackpot and win a 2015 Kia Optima or up to $1 million. The 15 Optima is setting a new standard of style and performance. The Optima LX starts as low as $19,900 and comes backed by Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. Stop by and see us today or shop anytime online at KiaofLaGrange.com to help support your local economy.
Must be 18 years or older to play lottery games. Stock number 17662.
Getting you back into the game is Emory Southern Orthopedics' goal. The full-service orthopedic medical practice features board-certified surgeons, a prompt care center, surgical facility, and physical therapy services. The collaborative medical team at Emory Southern Orthopedics combines with leading-edge orthopedic treatment with proven traditional methods to aid you in achieving an active, pain-free lifestyle. Emory Southern Orthopedics, getting you back into your game.
The action continues now with more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back. Jack Moore and Greg Hicks. And, folks, we're not sure what's going on right now. We got the rain has come. Still lots of lightning strikes. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to our folks at the radio station. We're going to bring you back to our CBS Sports programming, and we'll have that on until we can figure out what's going on here. But we have got to 14-14 is our score, and the Tigers have looked much better in this scrimmage as they did last week. I'm just a little out of breath from climbing up the steps there. But let's go ahead. We're going to go back to the station. Hopefully we come back to you in a little bit. But right now there's a suspension of this game. We're 14-14. I try to catch my breath from walking up the stairs. And we'll try to come back to you in a bit. But let's go back to the station. We'll have a few more sponsors, and then we'll have our folks at CBS Radio carry us through for a little while. And, right now, the Tigers again leading 14-14 and a rain and lightning delay right here on Eagle Sports.
Bank and Trust, we know it takes the same kind of teamwork to help you reach the goal of financial security. That's why we offer a team of professionals who are dedicated to providing effective game-winning financial solutions. You'll get the expertise you need from people you know and trust. Commercial Bank and Trust, a division of the Synovus Bank, member FDIC.
Hello, Troup Tiger fans. Jonathan Moosemat with King Chevrolet in Valley, Alabama. Glad to see you here tonight at Callaway Stadium, and we're excited about high school football just like you guys are. I know the Troup Tigers have been working hard. It's the start of the season, and the benefits will come with all this hard work that you've been putting in all summer, and it starts tonight. So know that you've got friends in Valley, Alabama at King Chevrolet. Go Troup Tigers.
King Chevrolet can be found right off I-85, exit 77 in Valley, Alabama, and on the web at kingautocorner.com.
We are named among the top 5% in the nation for patient safety by health grades in 2015. We are ranked in the top 10% in overall hospital care by CareChecks. We are a leading heart clinic with specialists in diagnostics and intervention that get to the heart of better care. We are West Georgia Health. Visit wghealth.org and discover how we're working together to bring you the highest quality health care.
So healthy together.
Getting you back into the game is Emory Southern Orthopedics Gold. The full-service orthopedic medical practice features board-certified surgeons, a prompt care center, surgical facility, and physical therapy services. The collaborative medical team at Emory Southern Orthopedics combines with leading-edge orthopedic treatment with proven traditional methods to aid you in achieving an active, pain-free lifestyle. Emory Southern Orthopedics, getting you back into your game.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 1240 AM LaGrange, and W245AW 96.9 FM LaGrange.
Always getting like 5 hours, and that's it. On the weekends, I'm waking up in the middle of the night because my body clock is so foobarred.
Dinner was breakfast. Breakfast was dinner.
Dogs were cats. Cats were dogs.
We used to go out to breakfast after the show. That was really like a midnight snack on our bodies.
It was not good. It was not good. So I will live longer for having been out of that shift, but I will never forget how great that shift was. 855-212-4CBS, 855-212-4227, your champ and chump.
Only one letter separates them, but they're galaxies apart. One is a true winner. One is a pathetic loser. This is DA's champ or chump.
Your champ of the night is Anthony Davis, not just because he's one of the best players in the league, not just because he's one of the great young players in the league, and he's already an MVP candidate and a guy that can single-handedly turn around an NBA franchise's fortunes, but because he has embraced the unibrow. He was on one of the late-night talk shows the other night and explained that he once got embarrassed and tried to shave the unibrow. It didn't go so well. He messed it up. His eyebrows were all screwed up and all over the place. He was like, I'm never doing this again. And then he just embraced it, and I love that. It's a little awkward when you see it because we make fun of unibrows all the time, but he's embraced it. He loves it, and that's what we should all do. Embrace our idiosyncrasies. I've got giant teeth, and I love them. They're big, they're white, and I got to brush a long time. But you know what? Embrace them.
That's DA's champ.
Your chump is Idaho Vandals foot Paul Petrino. What is this guy doing? After practice, he confronted one of the reporters for the Moscow Pullman Daily News. He had to be restrained by an assistant coach after confronting a reporter because the reporter was critical of Idaho's vertical passing attack. Note that Paul Petrino is 2-21 and coaches the Idaho Vandals, one of, if not the worst Division I FBS football team in America. Dude, you're 2-21 and you coach at Idaho and you're getting upset with the criticism of the Moscow Pullman Daily News? Get a life.
That's DA's chump. Class is now dismissed.
Grow thicker skin. What a farce. When we come back, Michael Robinson, NFL Network, DA, CBS Sports Radio.
When our water heater broke down last month, it was a nightmare. It took 5 hours for the plumber to show up, and he charged us a couple of $100 just to come out. And then it cost another $1,800 to put in the new water heater. By the time it was all said and done, I felt like I'd been taken. But what else could I do?
The smartest thing you can do is get a home warranty from American Residential Warranty. Their home warranties pay to repair or replace all your major appliances when they break, and they will break, and at the worst possible time. Call American Residential Warranty right now for free information on home warranties starting at just pennies a day. Don't wait for your refrigerator to stop running or your ceiling fans to stop turning. Call American Residential Warranty right now. Ask how you can save up to 50% on washer and dryer coverage. Just call 877-287-0598. That's 877-287-0598. Again, 877-287-0598. Call now.
Sprint knows all families are different. Some have a mom, dad, grandma, and a tween, while others have 4 dogs, 2 teenagers, and 2 moms. There are lots of types of families, but there's only one family plan that beats the rest. Sprint has the best family plan. Get 4 lines with unlimited talk, text, and 10 gigs of high-speed data to share while on the Sprint network for only $100 a month. You get more than double the high-speed data T-Mobile offers for the same price, while saving $40 compared to Verizon and $60 compared to AT&T's plan for the same amount of data. The Sprint Family Share Pack. 4 lines, unlimited talk and text, 10 gigs of high-speed data to share, all for only $100 a month. Ready to switch but stuck with your carrier? Sprint will pay off your old phone and contract. Visit us online or at a Sprint store today.
Offer coverage not available everywhere or for discounted phones. Excludes taxes, surcharges, roaming, international, premium content. Subject to new line $36 activation fee. Credit valid port and high speed is 3G, 4G. Prohibited network use rules and throughput reduction applies. Contract valid via reward card requires online registration and phone turn-in. Other data price options available and competitive plans may include music, carryover, tethering, or cloud features. Restrictions apply. See carrier website for details. Other marks are property of their owners.
Hi, I'm Joan London. When I needed to find senior care for my mom, I really struggled to find the right fit until I found an advisor, someone who had been through this before. That's why I recommend A Place for Mom, the nation's largest senior living referral service. They have experts who will help you ask the right questions and find the right place. Call A Place for Mom today.
To speak with a local senior living advisor, call A Place for Mom at 1-800-467-7530. That's 1-800-467-7530.
A Place for Mom has helped over 200,000 families find the right senior care for their parents, from assisted living to independent living, even Alzheimer's care, and have local advisors that can help explain your options at no cost to you.
To speak with a local senior living advisor, call A Place for Mom at 1-800-467-7530. That's 1-800-467-7530.
Call today.
Air and Water Technologies. For more information, call 1-866-984-6994 or go to cleanwater123.com.
Wave Home Solutions for a healthy, comfortable home.
Avoid bankruptcy. Does credit card debt have you living paycheck to paycheck? Are you making minimum payments but only falling further behind? Then here's good news you'll love. Call the Legal Center for Debt Resolution to find out more about our debt reduction program. Guaranteed to settle your credit card debt or you don't pay. That's right. Our attorneys will find the absolute best debt reduction solution for you or you pay nothing. It's called Pay for Performance, and you won't pay a dime until the job's done. That's right. No upfront fee, no monthly fees, nada. You pay nothing until after your account is settled. Firm does that. I'm a paid spokesperson, not a lawyer, and every case is different. But if you owe $10,000, $30,000, or even $50,000 in credit card debt, call the Legal Center for Debt Resolution to learn about our new Pay for Performance program. Appointment times are limited, so call 800-253-1473 and find the relief from credit card debt that you desperately need with the full weight of our attorneys behind you. 800-253-1473. 800-253-1473.
You're currently being beamed up to the mothership.
What's going on, DA? How you doing? I got a beer in my grip. About to have a sip as soon as you let me aboard that sweet, sweet mothership.
Feels kind of warm and snuggly, doesn't it? DA on CBS Sports Radio.
Pick up a game card today for the O'Reilly Auto Parts $10,000 payment payoff sweepstakes powered by Castrol Edge. To learn more, to see official rules, visit O'ReillySweepstakes.com or stop by any O'Reilly Auto Parts store. No purchase necessary. Sweepstakes end August the 25th. O'Reilly Auto Parts, better prices every day. According to the reporter from Moscow Pullman Daily News, where the head coach of Idaho, Paul Petrino, got in his face, apparently Petrino yelled out, "You don't even know what the bleep you're talking about. Do your bleeping job." He then turned back and started to move towards the reporter, angrily shouting expletives about the writing and professionalism while being physically restrained by one of his assistants, as if he had plans to do something other than verbally express his concerns. It's amazing because when you're 2-21 as a head coach, do you not expect criticism? I mean, your vertical passing attack can't be too good if you're 2-21. Michael Robinson is a member of the NFL Network, and you can see Michael and NFL Network's Total Access Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern, leading up till Seahawks and Chiefs live on the NFL Network. And during the season, you're going to see Michael every Sunday on NFL Network's Game Day First at 7 a.m. Eastern Time. He joins us now. Michael, how are you?
Doing great, man. Doing great. Enjoying preseason football, getting back into the swing of things.
Appreciate you dropping on by, man. Thanks so much. And the Carolina Panthers have a situation now with Kelvin Benjamin out for the season, torn ACL. They could be looking at either Wes Welker or Reggie Wayne, a couple of veteran free agents and former Pro Bowlers. Out of those two guys, who do you think gives you a better potential production?
You know what? It really depends on your offense, but I would definitely have to go with Reggie Wayne. But just looking out at all the free agent wideouts, there's not a free agent wide receiver that is out there that is just that can be as dominant as a Kelvin Benjamin has been. Now, this is truly a big loss for the Carolina Panthers, and in my opinion, it's kind of a division shaker. I mean, really, the way that Cam Newton throws his deep balls, he doesn't have a lot of arc on him. He throws a flat deep ball, which I've been a quarterback before, and I threw a flat deep ball. So when you throw flat deep balls and when you throw flat passes, you need a bigger receiver. You need big guys. And Kelvin Benjamin was perfect for that particular offense. And I don't know who they're going to go to. I mean, you look at some of the guys they have behind them. I mean, who's going to be your number one? Devin Funchess? I mean, great talent, but he played tight end at some level at Michigan. I don't know if he's going to be able to be the guy to move your offense downfield and dictate coverage like a Kelvin Benjamin did. So this is a huge, huge loss. I don't know who they're going to be able to get in there to replace him. I've seen that they may stay in-house to look for his replacement, but this is definitely a huge loss for the Carolina Panthers.
Hey, describe to us what you mean by flat, deep balls and a flat ball. For the casual football fan, describe that.
Yeah. I mean, a few weeks ago on our network, we had Ben Roethlisberger and some of the quarterbacks at Pittsburgh practicing throwing a football from about 35, 40 yards into a trash can. About 35, 40 yards down the field, about 8 to 5 yards from the sideline. You want to drop it in the bucket, and if you can drop it in the bucket, that means you have a great arc on your deep ball. So it's almost if the receiver runs a good vertical stem, the ball will drop right on the outside shoulder, and it doesn't matter the position of the defensive back. Cam Newton throws a flat ball, which means it doesn't have much arc. It doesn't have much arc. So if he was the guy throwing into that trash can, he'd be knocking the trash can over as opposed to dropping the ball in the bucket, if you kind of get a visual of that.
Yeah, so is one better than the other, or it's just two different styles to which you could use two different styles of receivers?
Yeah, just two different styles. It really is. And then you have quarterbacks like the great ones, and Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady, some of those guys. They can throw high arcing deep balls. They can throw flat deep balls depending on the coverage, depending on if they have to squeeze it in between a honey hole and a cover two defense. They can change up their passes depending on the coverage, depending on the leverage of the defender. Cam Newton is a guy who's a big guy, big strong guy, but a lot of times he tends to lean on his athletic ability. He tends to throw with all upper body, all arm, and that tends to have a flat deep ball. And if you look at later on in the season, it gets even flatter.
NFL Network's Michael Robinson, our guest here on the DA Show on CBS Sports Radio. Been a lot of fights in training camps, and I know some people will say, hey, boys will be boys. You got to get out your frustration. But most coaches don't want to see that, if not all coaches, because it could end up with injury or in the regular season, you getting kicked out of meaningful football games. How much is fighting kind of discouraged during training camp versus wanting to see energy or competitiveness while fighting for jobs?
Well, it's kind of one of those things, man. You know, the coaches publicly and coaches in front of their team, they'll say, you know, no fighting, no this, no that. But yet, you know, depending on if you have an offensive or a defensive mind coach, and depending on who's the culprit actually fighting, they'll let it go. If you have a defensive-minded coach and a defender, you know, gets into it a little bit, and, you know, a defensive-minded coach will kind of let that go, and vice versa. I look at it like this, you know, the goal is to be healthy for the 17 weeks of the championship season. That's the goal, right? I'm not going to spend my time and my energy and that heat to fight another player. That's just not what I'm all about. And we used to always preach it in Seattle. That's not what we're all about. But because we're highly competitive, because things happen, because we play a physical sport, and you know, and respect is a big thing. I remember having a training camp talk with Mike Singletary, and he asked every player at the San Francisco 49er organization what would he die for, and mostly every man in that room said he'd die for his respect. And so when a man goes on a football field and he may get cheap shotted or he may feel disrespected, that's where the fights start to break out. Yeah, that's what it really does. But it's on the leaders of the team, not the coaches, not the front office. It's on the leaders of the football team, the actual players, to police that and let guys know we're not here for that. We're here to get better, and we're here to go win a Super Bowl eventually.
So speaking about your former team, offensive coordinator Darrell Bevell told Peter King that he would not change that final pass play in the Super Bowl that ended up obviously ending their season. Do you think that's the right way to handle this for that coaching for that roster, for the players who I'm sure think about and look at that play all the time and regret that it happened that way?
Yeah, you know, there's been a lot talked about that last play, and obviously guys in that locker room. I mean, I feel if you poll every guy that was in that locker room after that game, I think there wouldn't be a single guy who say that Marshawn Lynch shouldn't have got that football. But when you look at kind of what happens in a football game, usually your defense sees an offense substitute, and then they bring their personnel on the field. And for Bill Belichick to kind of say, you know what, we're going to play what we're going to play. Doesn't matter what they do. I'm going to leave it up to my players on the field to play. It was different. And the casual football fan doesn't always understand that every wide receiver in the National Football League looks to get one-on-one. That's what guys dream about. And for Bill Belichick to put goal line defense out there and have three cornerbacks one-on-one with the wide receivers, it's really, from a play caller standpoint, all you can ask for. That's all you can ask for. If there is any fault, in my opinion, in the play, maybe Russell throws it out of the back of the end zone. But when you look at it, the New England Patriots and Malcolm Butler, he made a great play. And in the Super Bowl, that's what it takes to win. Guys need to show up and make great plays, and he definitely did.
Okay, but for the players to hear their offensive coordinator say, I wouldn't have done it differently, I would do it again, that was the right play call, do you think that is good for the players? Because it's like,
I think that they've probably handled it in-house, and I'm sure they've talked about it. From what I hear, Pete kind of told guys to just grieve, handle it the way you want to handle it, and they'll be there to support them. I think guys are supporting Coach Bevel. If the pass play was a play that they came up with, it should have been executed, and so that they could have won the game. I don't think there's any animosity from the locker room to the coaches. You say what you say. It is what it is. And they're going to roll with it. I think they feel that they're good enough that the play should have worked.
How do you think that team is going to be different with the addition of Jimmy Graham?
Are you serious? Have you been watching training camp? I've been down there. Oh, man, look. I went down there. I think they said Russell Wilson has thrown like 55 touchdowns in the red zone. Jimmy Graham has caught like 25 of them. I mean, that's ridiculous. I mean, this guy is going to be a mismatch nightmare. Obviously, he has some issues in blocking, but they're not going to ask him to go one-on-one blocking with Von Miller. That's just not realistic. But if they get a guy like Von Miller or a linebacker in coverage, it's more of an advantageous toward Jimmy Graham. He's going to open it up.
officials have met, and they've met with the head coaches, and they have to wait at least 30 minutes after the last lightning strike. We had that just a few minutes ago. So both teams have decided that we're going to call the scrimmage tonight. The game is over. It is a scrimmage, so it doesn't really count anyway. But 14-14 was the final as we were going into halftime. The Tigers had made a great comeback, a really nice set of offensive plays that brought us down to the score. Bess Bonner had gone in from about 50 yards and scored on that last play. So a nice outing by the Tigers tonight. Very pleased with the bounce back that they did after the Spencer game last week that they did not look quite as good in. But, of course, Greg and I talked about it all night long. There's a nice sense of discipline, nice sense of energy that's coming from Coach Glisson, and we really think that we're going to expect great things throughout the season. Now, tomorrow night, please join us here at on Eagle Sports as we'll have the Callaway-LaGrange game. Callaway will be playing LaGrange High here at Callaway Stadium. That's going to be an exciting ball game right there. LaGrange is the home team this year, but they'll be on the far side from the press box. That's going to be their new home side this year. So we look forward to that ball game. Coach Diallo Burks and his team bringing everyone over here at the Rangers here to Callaway Stadium. On Tuesday, please tune in for the Coach Matt Mumme football show. Matt Mumme, the head coach of LaGrange College, looking forward to that. That's going to be an exciting time. And then, of course, looking into next week, Troup and LaGrange will be playing, so we kind of get a lot of the rivalries out of the way early on the season, and then later on, Troup and Callaway will play on about the 5th game of the season. But tonight, the Tigers have looked a lot better. They've come away with a tie, technically, but I think a win in my book because they did make a great comeback after the Spencer game last week. We thank you for joining us. For Greg from the Keisha, for Coleman back at the station, we appreciate you helping us out, and we'll see you tomorrow night on the radio.
Hosting the Bills.